Hello and welcome to another episode of Infinite Light Brigade. I am one of your hosts, Hudson.
And I'm the other host, Ethan Hatfield.
So Ethan, how you doing? It's been a week.
I'm not doing too bad. How are you?
Pretty good. Long week.
That's good.
Long week, but you know.
Cool.
Yeah. So
All right.
So you were on vacation this week. How was that?
Yeah, I had spring break, and that wasn't so bad. You know, I didn't
See
really
any
do
hot
much.
underage co-eds?
Too many to count.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, bro. I went to Cancun.
Nice,
dude.
Was it gnarly?
Dude, it was. My God, it was. I got fucked up.
Dude, noise.
No, I actually didn't do much. I have a very busy schedule at school.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice to just be able to sit back and relax for a little bit and not have to do anything. Given I hate not doing anything because then I feel very stagnant.
Yes.
But I just learned to appreciate it this time around.
Well, yeah, and like it's just a week. You know,
Yeah,
it's not
you
like
know,
an
it's
extended period of time where you're like, wow, like I really let that month get away from me. It's just like, all right, I got a week to kind of chill and relax, and then I'm back into it.
Yeah, it's just a small little break from everything because I'll talk about this on a later thing, but with the sound of music and everything, like it takes up so much of my time. So
yeah.
I don't live on campus. I live at home because boy, the housing office loves to screw me over. So
yeah.
I'm still at home right now. I'm in my second year of college.
Nice.
But my college is in Boston. I live in another part of Massachusetts in a good old Plymouth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, with The Rock. I'll talk about The Rock.
Nice.
I love it.
Dwayne?
All right, done talking about The Rock. Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
He just sits inside a pit.
I knew it.
But yeah, so I commute into the Boston.
Into the Boston.
I commute into Boston every day, and I spend like 13 hours, and boy, it gets a little tiring. So it was nice to not do anything and just kind of play some video games and relax.
Some video games, always nice.
Absolutely.
Noise.
What about you, though? How was your week?
Long week. Stuff I'll mention probably in a later podcast that kind of went down and all these things, this and that. But yeah, no, it was Thursday was one of the longest days of my life, technically, because it went on for 40 hours.
I don't think there's 40 hours in a day, but continue.
I'm just calling it that day is now Thursday to me, that 40 hours I was awake. No, every now and again, this is a weird theory I've talked about in other shows I've done and stuff, but I don't know what it is. Like, I have a horrible sleep pattern. I'm working on it. I obviously take melatonin and stuff to just kind of help me get to sleep, not have a lot of blue light or, like, have TV on at night, like, in my bedroom and stuff. However, we all know how that goes. So every now and again, I run into these periods, I guess, where I don't sleep well, and then it all culminates to me staying awake for like almost 2 days straight.
Huh.
Yeah, no, I did it first actually in high school, which of course, you know, my first all-nighter officially.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I was working on a graphics project, a history project, and a public speaking kind of thing. We did, I don't know if your school did this, we did a thing called Symposium Night, but we did like...
I have no clue what that is. You're talking about high school, right?
Yes.
I was going to say, we went to the same fucking college, so you'd know if they did that.
Well, that's the thing. I would know. But, yeah, no, I don't know at Fisher, honestly, because I didn't engage a lot there sometimes, and, you know, whatever. But, yeah, no, so you basically...
explains why your only friend's me.
Shut the fuck up, little bitch.
Wow!
Got him! No, but what you would do, basically, is you'd show what you learned in that year in a given subject. So we would have one for English and all that, but the English one was just a paper, and, like, you'd give a quick, like, I'd say about 2-minute summary of your paper, your findings, and what you thought about certain books. But for everything else, I had to do, like, a graphics project. So literally, like in old school, the moment where Will Ferrell blanks out, I have that actually recorded on tape, and I've been trying to get it from the teacher for a while now, of me doing a history report, and it was on 5 underrated presidents, I guess, or presidents that you thought were good that were bad, or that were bad that were like you thought were bad are actually good. So I did LBJ, John Adams, JFK, like all these presidents, and like I just started like
Andrew Jackson.
He could have been one. Like I said, I really don't remember, and like this isn't me like.
You really love how he did the Trail of Tears.
I don't. I said no. That's why I'm gonna say like he probably was like a bad one that I just did like I doubled down.
He was very bad.
Because there were one or two I think I
but
doubled.
God damn, do I love them $20 bills.
I mean, come on now. But I think if I did him, he was one of the ones I doubled down on. Because I think I doubled down on JFK saying, like, people thought he was good, and he actually was good. And then I did it, like, people thought he was bad, and he was really shitty. But like I said, I need to
Hudson,
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that I was a good president.
He's one of my favorites, man. Him and John Adams are up there.
I'm very glad to be your favorite president.
One of, bitch. Stop fucking Marilyn Monroe.
I will not stop fucking Marilyn Monroe. She is very attractive,
that is
and
true.
Jacqueline does not need to know. Jacqueline, I do not think listens to this podcast because I believe she is dead, just like me.
We had a little seance.
JFK, everyone.
We got JFK those.
All right, see you around, JFK. He just went out the window.
See you next time, man. Yeah, no, but I want to get the tape of it. So every now and again, I do this, and like I'll do projects inside of that hour where I'm like, I will reach a point at probably around midnight when I'm still like wide awake and there's no hope for me going to sleep. So I'm like, all right, time to just work on projects. So I edited last week's podcast, made the video for it, did other stuff for my future radio thing that we can mention, I believe, at the end of this, but only certain things about the thing. But stuff for that, stuff for another podcast our friend Steph is potentially going to work on with yours truly. We'll see.
Ooh.
It's in the works. We don't know. But just
we should have her as a guest. We should start doing guests on these sometimes, too.
I think so. Yes, for sure. Document it. We should have Steph as a guest. Because that'll be fun. Steph guest, Steph,
if you're interested.
We know you're listening. We know, so we're talking directly to you. How's it feel?
Yeah. How does it feel to be on your own? In the complete unknown. Like a rolling stone.
There you go. I was like, like the lyrics were like literally like going through my head, and I just couldn't spit them out. I was like,
yeah, dude, kids love Bob Dylan references.
I'll say it now. I am better than Bob Dylan.
Holy shit!
I'll say it now. I'll go on record. Most controversial tweet or quote for me from all time. I'm better than Bob Dylan. Hudson to Raps 2017.
All right.
But anyways, so that was just the thing. So I did some stuff on that, and another thing, we talked about brainwaves and stuff earlier. We might talk about it a little bit later. But in doing that, I actually read more Dear Abby's, like we talked about last week, and was just
How's she doing? She still hasn't replied to us.
She still hasn't. That's actually the reason why I've been reading them so religiously now. Because like it used to be like, oh, like the Wednesday ones are normally pretty good, and like I'll catch a Thursday or a Tuesday, but like I don't read them every day of the week. But since we have written a letter to her, I have read one every week, I think since this current Friday. So I haven't read Saturdays or Sundays. So, I mean, we could check, but
Why don't people reply to our emails?
Anyone. Like, come on now. Like, we had a valid question about someone we're in love with. But
yeah, you're letting this kid just want to fuck his dad. You could help save this situation.
Abby, you could steer him down the right life path. And that's why, you know what? We decided, like we said last week, to take on the role of Dear Abby's.
We actually want to help some people.
We're your uncles.
You know what? Absolutely. You got Uncle Ethan.
And you got Unc Hudson.
Then you got Uncle Jim.
I mean, Jim's is kind of here. We don't let him talk that much, but
Did you ever watch that video in health class with Uncle Jim?
No, what is that?
Basically, the basic premise of this, so I'm not wasting time, is there's a little kid. He's got his Uncle Jim. He's like, hey, we're hanging out as uncle and nephew. And then he's like, I got this baby picture of you. And the kid's like, give it back. And then the uncle touches him on his bare penis.
Oh.
And then the kid deals with that. And then
it
was in health class.
Either fortunately or unfortunately, I guess the main educational system did not decide to show that video to us. We just got the typical one, and then we got the one that our science teacher showed us during health class because she came in. She was like,
yeah, first Abby fails, now this. All right, You know what? Let's help some people. Let's help some people, Hudson.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So me and Hudson posted online that we wanted to answer some questions from you guys, and we got a few, and we're gonna answer them to the best of our abilities. So let's start off. Do you want me to start off with one?
Yes, give me one.
Alrighty. So our first question comes to us from Naomi Turner, and she asks us a fuck one, marry one, kill one between a minion, Steve Harvey, and Stewie Griffin with a normal-sized head.
With a normal-sized head? Is he still a baby?
He's still a baby.
Well, then.
Yeah, I'm personally, I'm going to have to kill Stewie Griffin because he is still a baby, and I've made jokes about. I don't know if I've made jokes about having sex with kids, but I will not actually. So gonna have to kill him. I am going to just fuck. No. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna fuck Steve Harvey because he wrote "Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman." I believe is what it is.
Yes, that is the name of this book.
I have a feeling that he's gonna know how to please me, but since he cheats a lot, I don't actually want to marry him. Where the minion, on the other hand, I mean, because in marriage, I can still fuck the minion, but then also I'm spending the rest of my life with it, preferably on Kevin, because, like, I always thought he was, like, I thought he was the most mature one, and by the time I want to settle down, I'm going to want a little bit more of a mature level lover. So, yeah, I'm going to marry the minion. What about you?
Well, this is gonna bring up a lot of controversial things. I'm gonna kill the minion. Fuck minions. I've never seen I've seen Despicable Me 1. I want to say the one where they're introduced, and I was like, all right, good enough side character. I don't think they deserved a movie. I don't think they should just fuck them. They shouldn't be the face of Illumination Entertainment. Fuck it. It's one of those.
They shouldn't be. They should not be. But that's why I constantly reference them.
Oh, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna have to marry Stewie Griffin with the normal size head, given in marriage I don't have to do anything with him, as he is still a child. So nothing will happen. It's one of those weird marriages where they're like, legally, I'll take it as this. It's a green card marriage. I'll live in Canada, and he needs Canadian citizenship. That's how I'm gonna interpret that situation.
Alrighty.
And of course, like you said, I'm gonna fuck Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's it.
I'm glad we can agree on that.
Yes, I mean, like you said, he's had marital affairs. He's cheated. So I don't think he's the one I want to spend my life with. So I'll pick Steve Harvey.
Yeah, you know what? That's not too bad because, he just loves to mess around, and I just can't deal with that. I don't want to marry him knowing that because you can't change him. No matter how many times he says he's going to change, he's not going to.
Come on now. You can't change. You can't fix what's already been broke in that scenario.
Alrighty, Naomi. I hope that answered your question.
I mean, I hope you find those answers acceptable.
Mm-hmm. Our next question comes to us from Jack DeCoste.
Hello, Jack.
And Jack asks us, how many guys can we jerk off at once without getting cum in our hair? Hudson, you want to start this one off?
I'm going to say 3.
3?
I'm going to say 3.
What's the logic behind that?
2 hands, obviously. Because if it's going in your mouth, it's a blowjob. We all know that logic.
Absolutely.
So 2 hands, and then you make that weird thing with your feet, and you do that. And then in theory, that guy doesn't even really count because you're using your feet, and unless you're a gymnast or something or very flexible, it's nowhere near your head, so you're in the clear.
Alrighty. That's one example. I'm going to say 4. And
all right.
That is because I'm going to have 2 in each hand, so then, like, some of it's touching it, but then it's also touching the other penis. So then they're not going to be as into it, because the thing is depending on how far you shoot also is how far you're into it. So I'm not going to be touching the prostate or anything. Yeah. And I'm not sure, because we weren't given any information on when was the last time these guys had an orgasm, which also
that's another valid question.
Yeah. So the thing is you got to make sure that they're not as into it as possible to make sure.
I guess.
And I'm going to say 4 in each hand, because if I'm doing the one with the feet, like, he's getting single attention. And
True.
Yeah. So he could completely be into it, given at my feet. I'm not sure how far he's going to be close to me. You know?
Like I said, flexibility is the main issue in this thing. For me, he's nowhere near I'm not that flexible. It's not happening.
Yeah. So that's my logic behind it, and I'm going to say 4. Because it's all about how much they're into it, and you don't want them to be into it anymore. You don't want them to be into it at all if you want to refuse. Oh, my God. I need to say that again.
Yeah.
You don't want them to be into it at all if you're going to try and not get cum in your hair. So
True.
There's the answer.
But then again, another logic loop. In theory, then, you could do 5 your way, and that guy is still getting, quote-unquote, single attention. It's not in my hair, though. And you don't know. Some dudes prefer that, actually, to have dicks touch and to have... I feel like that would be... Depending on the guy, once again, this is all depending. There's a lot of variables in this scenario. Depends if they're into that or not. Because if they're into like other like penis touching and like jerk off, like.
Well, I'm gonna assume they're consenting, and it's not just us being like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna do this," and then be like, "Oh, sorry, my friend showed up. Do you mind?" Like, So
Yeah.
I suppose, but still, it's all about how comfort is. And the thing is it's still not going to be as good because then
Comfortable,
half
technically.
Of it,
Well,
yeah.
no, and then the other guy's only getting that winged part of your thumb, and the other guy's getting like 4 fingers.
Yeah.
I guess.
You know, I mean, they're all strangers, so I don't know if it's going to be like a way where you're more comfortable with strangers or if you're not, but I'm going to go with 4 or maybe the added 5th.
All right. I think that's.
God, I hope my grandmother doesn't listen to this.
I know mine doesn't yet, so I'm making sure this is the one that like I'll like blacklist her from on her account and be like, yeah, no, that one's gone. You can't see that one.
All right, there you go, Jack. That's your answer.
There you are. All right, I actually got an anonymous person. I say anonymous because they didn't want me to mention their name on the podcast.
Alrighty, hello, anonymous.
Hello,
dude. We got one from anonymous. It was someone inside a V for Vendetta mask.
Yeah, dude, they know. Our show is getting
we got a following
popular.
from Anonymous. Nice.
Come on now. But yeah, no, so just from Anonymous. It's a very kind of basic question, but one I'm kind of interested in what you do. If you could have superhero powers, whose would you have? Either a pre-existing or made up. And if you had to match up 2 pre-existing characters, who would you choose and why?
Alrighty. If I could have one person's superpowers, it'd be Batman's because it's money, and I like money. And if I had to mash him up with someone's, I think they actually did this inside like a weird comic thing.
The Wolverine one?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'd probably choose Wolverine. I know it's not gonna be preferable to live forever, and I haven't seen Logan yet, so don't spoil anything for me.
Ethan,
but
it's been a week. You gotta be on it.
I know. I need to fucking find someone to go see it with.
I didn't. Just go by yourself. Trust me, you'll cry. It'll be great. You'll bitch. But
true.
Anyway.
But I choose Wolverine just because very ferocious, and I've always liked kind of like close-up combat when it comes to like any kind of video games. And I don't know. I just love the claws, the adamantium claws coming out. So if I could be rich with that, then I'm going to take it.
Well, then in theory, your business will go on forever.
Yeah.
Like if you like, I think that's a valid choice. I like it.
Alrighty. What about you?
I gotta go. I don't know, because for me it's always hard because I'm really not a big Marvel fanboy, but there's a bunch of characters. I guess Star-Lord if I'm solo.
Does he?
Because he doesn't have powers, I guess. Well,
hey, no, isn't it? Doesn't he have like certain kind of abilities because his father is an alien or something?
His father. I mean, spoilers.
His father is Jeff Bridges.
Wrong. Kurt Russell.
Oh fuck.
Kurt Russell, and he's playing Ego of the Living Planet, a character I don't know much about. However, I feel like he's got something. Obviously, he held that Infinity Stone for a while without dying. So there's that. You got that going for you, and you're in space.
Yeah, so you can hold rocks for a while. That's a pretty cool superpower.
Hey, dude, I get to fuck Gamora, so
you can hold the rock. Once again, bringing it back to Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dude, I'll hold the rock in my hand, you know? But anyways, if I had to mash up, I would actually ditch Star-Lord just because, like you said, it's good solo. Together, I'm just like, all right, I'm basically just going to get whoever's power it is. My dream for a comic, and I'm pretty sure they might have done it, but have pieces of the Iron Man suit form with Venom symbiote. Because I feel like that would be phenomenal. Because you could obviously stick the arc reactor in there, which I feel like would enhance Venom's powers. And obviously, I'd still wear the gauntlets, the boots, and probably a version of a helmet. I feel like it would look cool. And then plus, I got all of Spider-Man's powers technically because of Venom. I got all of Venom's like fucking crazy ass powers. And I'm Tony Stark and I'm rich and I got fucking money. So boom,
if you want to be a Black Iron Man, you can just be War Machine.
No, I don't. See, that's the thing. War Machine.
Gotti.
Actually, I didn't think of it that way. No, I'll pick Iron Man. Because War Machine's power would be cool to have with Venom. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, that's my thought. I guess, I don't know. I'll explore that one later, too. Fuck, you got me thinking now, Ethan. Thought-provoking. So thought-provoking.
Alrighty. So.
All right, that was my one and only question, so.
All right. Well, we have one more question, and this one comes to us. This is our featured question. It comes to us from Danielle Herget.
Ooh.
And that's one of our past teachers, FYI.
One of my favorite teachers at Fisher.
Absolutely. Well, I still have her, but you don't.
One of my top 3.
Wow. Alrighty.
She's that good. Love you, Danielle.
All right. This one comes to us from Danielle. And the question is, In a grand battle of the wits with each other, me versus you,
All right.
name one celebrity we take with us as a teammate. Can be dead. It doesn't matter.
All right. First question off the gate. What defines celebrity?
I'm gonna just guess anyone who is constantly exposed in the public eye in the past or present.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Can I do one for like a dead one and an alive one?
Sure.
Cause I mean, obviously my live one would be Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's smart. He's a fucking smart dude. And
Yeah.
I've seen him like I've seen him on Bill Maher and stuff, but like I've seen him on where he's had debates with people and he's always sounded very intelligent and can prove his point very well.
All
And
right.
obviously, if I'm gonna say dead, I'm gonna say Larry King.
Wait, did he?
No,
Did
he's
he?
alive. He's
I was gonna
alive.
say. I was like, I thought, did he die?
No, but it's been a joke for years that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I guess if I had to pick a dead one, I can't think of really. Probably JFK. Once again, going back to him, I feel like
Thank
he
you,
would
Hudson, for
Oh, he's
choosing me
back.
on your team. I have been listening to this outside the window. I never
he
left.
came back in. Oh,
and
that's why I love you.
appreciate you. I love
Appreciate
you
the
too,
fuck
Hudson.
out of you. Oh, look at that.
I have to go now.
All right, bye, JFK.
Goodbye, Hudson. All right, and he left again. Wow, what a great guy. I had no clue he was still outside the window.
Hey, he's a quality man. Quality man. All right, who would your picks be, though?
Alrighty, my picks. I am going to say alive. No, I'll do a dead and alive one.
Yeah.
Alive, I would choose James Woods because he is one of the smartest people. I forget what his exact IQ is, but it's even higher than like Albert Einstein, like Stephen
Oh,
Hawking.
wow.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if he like predicted. I don't want to get into like conspiracy things, but like he knew like a terrorist attack was coming when 9/11 was around, and nobody listened to him. Like he went to the CIA. I think like I could be completely messing up the story, but I do
Are you
know
sure this isn't like the plot of National Treasure? Because they
It
did
is
that,
not.
and they were like, someone's gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Given it was them, but they
Yeah.
were like, someone's gonna steal it, and the FBI was like, you're crazy people. Goodbye.
But yeah, he's just like an extremely smart person. Like, but not a lot of people. I don't want to say don't give him credit, but not a lot of people know. So I'm going to choose him because he's extraordinarily
know.
smart, and apparently he's also some kind of a tactician. So I think while the science knowledge is good, I want someone who knows some knowledge for attacking and what the enemy is thinking if we're inside a grand battle of the wits.
Well, who says that Neil deGrasse Tyson hasn't fought a motherfucker before? You don't know him.
We don't know though. That's a thing. I know.
That's a surprise. That's a surprise factor. Wild card, bitches.
And for my dead celebrity, I am going to have to go with the president as well, but I'm going to choose Teddy Roosevelt because he's going to get his boys, the Rough Riders, on JFK and just going to fuck you up.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I mean, he was
well,
smart
in theory.
too, 'cause-
Oh yeah, no, I know he was very smart. Are you kidding me? Like, it's of course we've probably both seen that episode of Game Grumps, which prompted me actually to look up his actual escapades.
Oh, I just knew about it through history class because, you know.
We didn't spend. It was always weird in our history. We would I'm very well versed in like a lot of early history, like early American history and like pretty decent on British history. But I don't know what the hell happened. Every time we would get to like 1910, the chapters would just like speed the fuck through.
Probably because it took a little while to get to that, so your class was running out of time.
That's always what it was. I'm pretty sure because we did spend a lot. I mean, we spent a great deal of time on the birth of America and all those debates, and then Civil War were the two things where I know I'm pretty well versed in.
Yeah, Captain America Civil War.
Well, I mean, I'm incredibly well versed in that, but that would be fucking plot holes city. But all right.
But yeah, no, that's who I'd choose. And so,
right.
Danielle, I hope that answers your question.
I hope you're satisfied with our answers.
Yep. Thank you to everyone who asked. We'll do this again, and maybe it won't sound so awkward, but for the first time, don't think it went too bad.
I think it went pretty well, and obviously, the deeper we get into this, we'll probably get more. I guess more questions that we can go deeper into because I feel like these ones were just kind of testing water questions, being like, all right, like, see what their answer would be.
Yeah.
And then hopefully
thank you guys
someday-
for trying out,
yeah.
and then, next time maybe you'll be inside it, the more questions we get.
Come on now.
All right.
It's not that hard.
All right, so We were talking a little bit about relationships beforehand,
Yeah.
and I have a question for you that I kind of want to talk about, which is, how do you feel about dating someone who's exactly the same as you? Like, I know a lot of people strive for that. What do you think about it?
I think you need both. Like, I think, and like I've heard of people that do like are totally different and do not like the same things and have wonderful relationships because of it.
Yeah.
Because they're turning each other on to other things, and while they still may not like those other things, they appreciate the other person's love for that thing. And it's like, all right, like I can see that makes you extremely happy, so I'm not gonna like shit on it or take it away from you, regardless of what I think. Like, I'll make my opinion known, but I feel you need both. I feel like it's a good base to have where like there's one or two. I mean, I'm just using this example, one or two things. You know, there can be obviously a lot more as you'll find down the road,
Yeah.
but at least initially you find one or two things. But you don't find about those other things until later because, like, let's assume, like, I like the same band. I love the Arctic Monkeys, and someone else loves the Arctic Monkeys as well. So cool. That's the basis of our relationship. But if we only listen to bands extremely like the Arctic Monkeys, like any of Alex Turner's solo stuff, any of Miles Kane's solo stuff, the Kooks, obviously bands of that same, indie alternative side, or even like Daft Punk or electronica in that same, and we all listen to the same artists, things will get stale as fuck.
Yeah.
Because, like, it just won't last. And obviously it's good when you both can share experiences, like you were mentioning about going to shows and
Yeah.
stuff.
Do you I can get into that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about, because a lot of people that I talk to, like, they have these weird want to be with someone who is exactly the same as them, and I've never quite got that because I tried to do that before, and it's just like, first, you're going to realize how annoying you are when you're exactly with someone the same as you.
Oh, it just amplifies your. Well, no, here's the
That was
thing.
a joke.
I was gonna actually. I'm
Kind
actually
of truth to it, but
Well, no, I'm just gonna say when you. I don't think I've ever told you this. Actually, I might have, but when I was still at Fisher, obviously we had Hendershot as an advisor. Another one of my top 3 favorite teachers at Fisher. Just like she was really great, and we always like she turned me on to the show Transparent and all this stuff, but she kept bringing up your name. She was like, "I really think you should hang out with this kid Ethan."
yeah, it was
like,
the same
"Alright."
here. She kept on mentioning you.
Yeah, no, and I was like, all right. And then I guess when I went away, when Ness and all those guys, like you became better friends with all of them,
Yeah.
they would just keep mentioning, they're like, oh my God, Ethan, like you and Ethan are like almost the same person and all this stuff. So when you hit me up to be like, hey, I'd like to do the show with you and all that stuff, like the Sunday sit down, I was like, okay, cool. But like when I met you in person, like that time when we went to Game Grumps Live, I was extremely scared that we were going to be the same person, and all of my flaws were just going to be magnified.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, also, imagine doing this show, me and you are exactly the same. There's going to be no clash of personality. Like, we're going to both seem like the same person, so neither of us have an identity. But also, say we're talking about something, most interesting conversations come from a debate, or at least like a type of discussion. If it was just us agreeing with each other the whole time, there would be nothing to talk about. These conversations would grow stale right away. You can put that onto the grounds of a relationship. I was talking to you about novelty versus predictability, which for you guys who don't know, novelty just means like new experiences or doing something new. Being with someone who's exactly the same as you, and I know some people are like, well, of course you want some similarities, but I mean, there are people whose expectations are literally just themselves.
Yeah.
Inside the other person, it's going to get stale real quickly because most relationships, at least great relationships, are based off of having new experiences with each other. And if you're never going to be able to introduce to this person, you're going to get tired of it real quickly because it's just going to be like, oh, like even if it's something as simple as being like, hey, like I really like the band The Gorillaz. Have you heard them? And they'll be like, oh no, like let's listen to it sometime. That's going to make you feel good. Where if they're like, yeah, I've heard them before. That ends the conversation.
The conversation is over.
Unless you're that into them and you can consistently talk about them, but most of the time I don't think it's going to quite be like that. But it's like I said, you want some similarities or else you're with a complete stranger and like you want some common ground that you know like it's going to be worth pursuing. But constantly trying to be with the exact same person,
it kills
like,
you.
Yeah, because then you're never going, like, it's just going to be the end of it. Like, you're not going to last long. So that's how I kind of feel about that, just because I've seen a lot of that lately.
I was just going to mention that.
And, like, me and you were having a conversation beforehand where we were talking about that, and it's like, I don't know. I just find it very strange that you would want to be with someone who is the exact same as you.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. Like, let's assume that, like, you do date this person. Like, every person that I've seen do that, like, there was a couple at one of these places I used to work who literally, they didn't look the same, but they looked as if they could be brother or sister. Mm-hmm. Like, and they dated, and they lasted literally just that summer. And, like, because they left college together, and they're like, oh, my God, we're going to get together, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. I'm like, we're the power couple. Like, it's going to be the best thing for us, like, all this stuff. And by the time I talked to that person again, because I was friends with the girl, I was like, oh, my God, how's so-and-so? She was like, we broke up. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. She goes, we were just too much of the same person. There wasn't enough difference in the relationship for it to go further.
You have zero identity inside your relationship. Exactly. You're dating yourself.
You're the same person. So, like, to hang out with one is to hang out with the other. It's not like when I hang out with some of my friends that are couples, and, like, I have totally different conversations with them. Like, me and this person like that, but me and her actually prefer this. Like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, it works so much better. I mean, even friend-wise, it works better. Because I'm going to tell you now, you won't get invited to stuff if you're the same person most times. Because I have seen that shit just be fucking dead, where they're like, oh, should we invite so-and-so? And it turns into, oh, we got to invite that person too. And then you're like, oh, fuck. That's inviting two of the same people who are talking about
like I said, you realize how annoying you are when you have to deal with someone who's exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
Because everyone's annoying. But then when you see in the ways that yourself is annoying, you're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, no, it just, like I said, it just amplifies it, and you notice it more. And then you're like, oh, well, fuck, I guess, like, this has got to end.
Also, the two people you were talking about, did you mean when they, like, look the same, like they were dressed the same?
Dressed, hair color, like, everything. Like,
God, I hate that.
Well, I wouldn't say body, obviously, because one's a female and one was a male, and the male was a lot more, I guess, not jacked, but he worked out, and he was, I guess, muscly, for lack of a better term. I can't think of something. And she wasn't petite, but she was fit. But, you know, like, besides height, really, height and, like, body mass, like, they were the same fucking person.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I can't stand, unless it's like a formal kind of dance and you're supposed to kind of look the same, or Halloween, I can't stand when people try and dress the same, because
even at formal dances, I don't like that.
That, to me, reflects the insecurities of the relationship and feeling like that you're not strong enough, so you have to try and, in the image, prove it. Because there's this girl I know, and she always posts pictures of her and her boyfriend looking the same, and it's like trying to make it seem like there's this perfect relationship, that they're on that much of a level. And it's like, secretly, if you actually know things about it, she tries to cheat on him all the time. The kid doesn't stand up for himself. Like, she's awful at it because no one wants to do it, and because they know it's not a good idea. Yeah. Because unlike her, they have morals.
Yeah, but there you go.
It's like, on the surface level, when they see these two people dressed up looking the same and her constantly trying to do it, and it's like, I love him so much. It's like, you're trying to force this. You're trying to appear like you have this great relationship because you're that insecure about it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the other thing, like, I guess, in the social media age, I have noticed a great deal of more than ever. It's people putting on the show that everything is forever always okay, either always okay or always shitty.
They want the surface level of a good relationship, but they don't actually want to have one. They just want it to appear. It's a boyfriend for the aesthetic, to be like, my boyfriend did this, my boyfriend did that. Instead of
girlfriend either.
Yeah, I don't mean to constantly do that. This can happen on both ends. I had a specific example, so that's why I was. But
that's why you're reaching for that. Yeah, you're good, dude.
Guys can be just as annoying. I promise you that.
I'll prove it to you guys later.
It's just like, I don't know, like, it's all about the aesthetic of having a boyfriend and being like, he did this for me, he did that for me, but there's no actual depth
to their relationship. It's just, he does things for me sometimes, I appreciate it, but that's it. We don't go on dates where, like, we learn more about each other, or, like, we do something interesting together that's our experience. It's literally, he either takes me to places everybody goes, we do things that every other typical couple is supposed to do. Like, it's like, that shit bugs the fuck out of me. And then the other extreme of, like, me and my boyfriend, like the people that keep getting back together. And, like, I don't mean like after, like, a while of time off. I mean the people that, like, every other day they're not dating each other. It's like,
Yeah,
I
that's
broke
ridiculous.
up with him again. And then, like, they're like, well, I guess we're back. And they're just, like, always sad. I'm like, dude, both extreme. Like, I know there's happiness in your life when I talk to you and I see you. I'm like, wow, like, you're having a good day. But on Facebook or whatever fucking social media, you're like, oh, things were so shit today. It was one of the worst days ever. I'm like, I doubt in the 5 seconds that I saw you, something that tragic could have happened. I'm not saying that it couldn't. It might have. However, the worst day ever, and you're going to post that 5 days in a row?
It's seeking attention for either their significant other or just other people to ask them about it.
Yeah, and then not talk about it. Be like, no, like, oh, like, today was a bad day. And they're like, oh, can we talk about it? And you're like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, well, you fucking put it out on social media wherever you can fucking see it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you want something. Like, fuck.
Just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It's
crazy.
That was a good conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's another part of this podcast I feel like I'm liking more as we do it. It's like the places we go, it's always fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great time. Obviously, like I said, and like Kevin Smith has said too before, if you guys think something, like, do a podcast with a friend. It's fun. It's therapeutic in a way, too.
Absolutely.
I like it. And especially if you got great... I mean, you're not going to have as good as chemistry as me and Ethan. You got to get that through your fucking thick skull now.
Yeah, honestly, listen,
best.
we're glad to be an inspiration. But please, don't try and one-up us because it's a fruitless venture. You're never going to get there.
Not only that, like, we'll start shit-talking you on this show. And we have fucking influence, people.
We got 9 subscribers.
Fucking 9. How many do you got?
Our first podcast, 53 views.
Hell yeah. We're pretty important.
Hold on, Alexa's saying something.
Shut up, Alexa.
Alexa, stop. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Alexa just started going off. Did I say something to you?
No, you said, okay, all right, I think. And that, like, triggered her.
If you want to put that part in, that's fine.
I might put that in at the end. Because I always like putting things in the end where we, like, laugh at each other.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that will probably go in as the end.
I don't know what happened. Alexa just randomly started going off. Oh, wait, hold on. Alexa, say hi, Hudson. Did you hear it?
I did. Hi, Alexa.
Wait, you did hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Alexa, you're a good person. God, she's a woman.
Ugh.
She's as woman as it comes. All right.
She's always a woman to me. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about relationships. But, Ethan.
What's up?
Speaking of relationships and friendships, have you seen the show Impractical Jokers?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to say it's a quality, good time watch. I'm just saying that. I don't know what it's been as of late, but like a lot of things that I watch or do or listen to or all these things are things I get addicted to for short periods of time. And this is one of those few things, like I'll say Daft Punk, Portal, and like certain games where I'm like, I'll live in the world a bit longer than I normally do. And like this show is great, but I think we could fucking do it better.
Really?
Think we get a racier. Because the thing in the show is like they'll do like these they'll challenge each other to stuff where it's I'm trying to think of like one of the easy ones. All right, they're in a grocery store, and 2 of the jokers are in like a thing, and they have balloons attached to clips. So you try to clip balloons to people, and whoever they notice doing it loses. I feel like we could we could paintball the fuck out of people and see if they find us.
You want us to start shooting people with paintball guns?
Listen, if the grocery store says it's okay.
I mean, like, listen, if
the liability
if it's in
us.
there for Stop and Shop, then whatever, you know, I'll do it. I'll invest inside a paintball gun or just throw buckets of paint on people.
I mean, we could just, you know, do the thing of fur is murder or whatever the fuck they used to do in the 90s and just start throwing paint on people wearing fur things.
Just start, get a long brush and then try and paint people's pants without them noticing.
I think we got a show better. It might be a ripoff. We might get sued. But I think we got something in there. But no,
Impractical pants painters.
I mean, we could be a very niche audience for that, you know.
You gotta try and paint Starry Night on the back of
someone's pants before they see you, and you have 5 minutes. Go.
Alrighty, we'll let you guys know when the first episode's coming out.
Oh yeah, but yeah, no, I was just wondering if you've seen that. It's a good show. I would say. Obviously, it's on True TV, which is one of those channels that you're like, do I have that channel? What is that channel?
I think I do. I've seen the one, was it the Carbonaro Effect? Is that on there?
That one's all right. Yeah, that's a pretty good.
I like magic, so.
Well, that's the thing. I've always been like entertain, and they're doing a crossover episode soon. So I'm like,
Magic illusions.
Yeah, so I'm there. So, but
illusions,
yeah, no, I just want
Michael. Come on.
Oh Jesus. But yeah, so I was just wondering if you've seen it or not. I think it's a good show. I would recommend it. If we're recommending shows today, you recommended obviously Better Call Saul.
I don't think they heard that. I recommended him to watch Better Call Saul.
It might. We'll find out. We'll fucking put another goddamn thing on the screen if I fucked up and it's still included. Woo! Fun times recording and editing.
Finding our footing. We're finding our footing.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I would recommend this week. At least just check it out. I'm not saying it's going to be a show, and it doesn't have a plot. So, like, it's just kind of like we do. And, like, obviously there'll be callbacks. It's just a fun show. Yep. But I think that's going to do it.
Actually, I have one more thing I want to mention, which is
might
be something inside the future. I've brought it up to you before, but I haven't mentioned on the podcast, and I kind of want to see if we got anyone who wants to give some feedback about me and Hudson doing a little book club. But
I think it would work well.
Would read a certain book. I'm not going to say which ones because we're going to choose some weird ones. But then we give our review for it and put it inside the Ethan and Hudson book club or the ILB book club. We can make a little sticker for it.
Oh my god! When we just start slapping them on Barnes and Nobles until we get kicked out.
Absolutely.
Those fucking boys are back.
So we might do that inside the future. I just want to see what you guys think of that. But also, if there's any weird books when we start doing that, you guys can actually suggest them to us, and we'll read them and then see if they make the cut. You know.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, but all right. Now that I mentioned that, that's about all that I have to say.
I was gonna say, well, I got news, but I'll mention at the end of my stuff. So let's wrap it up.
Alrighty. Well, this seems like it's going to be about the end of this podcast. You know, we have all of our social media information inside our bio, or not the bio, the description. I don't really want to have to keep on saying it at the end, but follow us on Instagram, Twitter,
all our platforms,
our separate profiles, or the Infinite Light Brigade one. We'd love to have you on there.
I'd love to see you guys. I like seeing those little hearts on my Instagram page. Come on.
Absolutely. Come on. Lift his self-esteem.
Why'd you stop giving me the hearts, though? I need that, baby. I need that sweet juice. Anyways.
All right.
Last week I mentioned something that I potentially can talk about, and obviously I'm talking more with the organization I am working with, and I can edit this out if need be. But there's an opportunity presented to me where I might become station manager for the local station that me and Ethan kind of became friends with. WRGY. So so obviously if that comes to fruition, you might see something else from us doing either a talk show or edited versions of this show where we don't swear, something. I feel like, because they've wanted to do more, programming. So, or if you guys would like to do something, let me know. Obviously, I mentioned it.
Tell him he's open.
I mentioned it to other people. So if this is still in, send us something on one of our pages. We'd love to have more ideas. We'd love to try to do more things for you guys. And I mentioned last week that I might be doing podcasts and stuff on the Monday show. I think we might have a permanent thing. I don't want to say who with and with what, but I think basically the premise is mysteries, conspiracy theories, and just kind of spooky things in general. So, like, if you guys want to, hear more about that, stay tuned to all our pages.
Absolutely.
That's going to do it.
All right. So long, farewell, Germanwood, goodbye.
That's what that stands for?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
Fuck
all
off. Right. Then end it
you.
there. End it at the fuck off.
I'm going to end it with... I love ending it at the random place anyways, where it's just like, did they fucking stop?
End it at the fuck off.
I'll edit a laugh in there, so we're good.
Alrighty.
Jesus.
All right.